Every day, people reveal more than they intend through their words, their actions, their silence. Human behavior isn't random. Behind every reaction, attraction, conflict, and conversation, there are hidden psychological forces influencing what people think and do. Today, we're breaking down 8 powerful psychology triggers that can completely change the way you understand human behavior. Not to manipulate people, but to recognize patterns most people never notice. Let's begin. Most people are uncomfortable with silence. When a conversation suddenly becomes quiet, the brain feels pressure to fill the gap. That's why skilled negotiators, interviewers, and investigators often stay silent after asking a question. The silence creates tension, and people naturally start talking more than they planned. The lesson? You don't always need better questions. Sometimes you just need patience, because silence often reveals what words try to hide. Have you noticed that people often chase what seems unavailable? Psychologists call this scarcity. The less available something appears, the more valuable it seems. That's why people suddenly become interested when attention is withdrawn. But there's an important distinction. Genuine confidence attracts people. Pretending not to care usually doesn't. The real lesson isn't to act indifferent. It's to avoid becoming desperate for approval. People are naturally drawn to those who already seem fulfilled without needing constant validation. One of the biggest mistakes people make is assuming kindness automatically equals trustworthiness. Kindness is valuable, but true character takes time to reveal itself. Some people show their best side immediately because they genuinely care. Others do it because they want something. The key isn't becoming suspicious of everyone. The key is allowing time to reveal consistency. Because character isn't measured by first impressions, it's measured by repeated actions. When someone ignores a message or delays a response, many people immediately assume the worst. But sometimes the silence itself becomes information. People often pay attention to what they believe is moving away from them. The more desperately someone chases attention, the less valuable that attention appears. This doesn't mean every person is testing you, but it does mean self-respect matters. The strongest position is not chasing endlessly. It's knowing your worth and maintaining your standards. Sometimes people reveal too much, too quickly. Personal stories, private struggles, deep secrets, within minutes of meeting someone. While this can be genuine openness, it can also be a strategy to create instant trust. Trust normally develops over time, so when someone rushes intimacy, it's wise to remain observant, listen carefully. But don't abandon critical thinking. Real trust is built gradually, not forced instantly. Few things are more intimidating than a person who remains calm under pressure. When someone attacks verbally, they often expect an emotional reaction: anger, defensiveness, frustration. But calmness changes the dynamic completely. It signals self-control, confidence, emotional intelligence. The calmer you remain during conflict, the more control you maintain over the situation. Because losing your emotions often means losing your leverage. People often believe being constantly available makes them more appreciated. But psychology suggests something different. People tend to value what isn't always accessible. Healthy boundaries create respect. Constant availability can sometimes create familiarity without appreciation. This applies to friendships, relationships, even professional environments. Respect grows when people know your time has value. The most important thing to remember is this: psychology isn't about manipulating people, it's about understanding them. Silence reveals information, confidence attracts attention, time reveals character, calmness creates strength, boundaries create respect. The more you understand human behavior, the better you'll understand yourself. And once you start noticing these patterns, you'll see them everywhere. Because human psychology influences nearly every conversation, relationship, and decision we make. The question is, will you recognize the patterns when they appear?